Now time to get interactive. Jennifer Jane Asante is here. Hello, Jane.
Hello, Aisha.
I love those yellow and
My
black
beads.
stuff. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
You get me one. Maybe
Okay,
I should
sure.
get one
Why
for
not?
Salah.
Okay. We can make that happen.
So what do we have for today?
Hey,
what are we
Aisha,
interacting
the
about?
things that
And
we
what's
have
trending?
gone through this week.
Really? Serious issue. So
Charlie,
what's going on? Tell us.
you get hit with one thing and then another. Utilities go up and so does fuel.
Every time there's a much increment, so we don't know how to say, because it's a child that when all the time they are caning him not to cry, but how for do.
The BC is finally over, then the Canopy Walkway comes crashing down in the midst of a celebration. But there is beauty to be found as the Joy FM Bridal Fair opened today.
You tell all the boys no, makes you feel good, yeah.
It's my utmost pleasure to welcome you to the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair.
My name is Jennifer Jane Asante and welcome to Joy News Interactive. This is how you get to be a part of the show by looking us up on all the social media platforms. We are on Facebook with the name Joy News on TV. That same name will find us on Twitter, where we tweet with the handle @Joy News Interactive GH. You can send us an email, send it to joynewsim@multitvworld.com, or you can send a WhatsApp to 054-010-9009. Remember to add your name and where you're sending that WhatsApp from, just so that we will read it. Remember to keep it short and sweet as well. Now, there's a lot to talk about. Why don't we get started? So what a week it's been so far. A week of hikes in the prices of commodities. I'm talking water, electricity, and yet again fuel. Yes, I said fuel. Fuel prices have gone up again. And this is after a similar adjustment some 2 months back, where drivers had to pay 13% more for fuel. So how do drivers feel about the new increment, and is it likely to make an impact on their operations? Here's my colleague Latif Idris, who has been to some fuel pumps to gauge the situation.
Well, I'm using a ATM card to fill my tank, but well, the thing I've been heard that they said that they have increased the fuel, so we're still, how for do, because in the nation every time there's a much increment, so we don't know how to say, because it's a child that when all the time they are caning him not to cry, but how for do.
Well, actually, we have been buying in drums. So when I come like this, I do buy, 200 liters. Sometimes I do buy 400 liters. So it means that when I'm buying 200 liters, I need to buy in 2 drums. Okay. When I'm buying 400 liters, I need to buy in, when I'm buying 200 liters, I need to buy in 1 drum. But if it is 400 liters, I need to buy in 2 drums. But this morning like this, I'm buying in only 1 drum.
So is it because of the increment?
Yes, actually, that is also part of the reason. But sometimes, due to our own internal arrangement, if you see that we have a reserve, which we need just to top up, we just need to buy small and top up, that's all. But the increment too is also part, because this morning when I was coming, the manager told me, because of the increment, I should not buy more, because
God said that so rapture time, if a rapture come, the things are hard. The things are hard. That's why my things.
Well, you may not be buying petrol, but you certainly will be traveling around, so let us know what you think about it. As you know, when the price of fuel goes up, so does the price of everything else. Remember, if you send your comments on WhatsApp, they will be read in real time. add your name, where you're sending it from, and we will read it out. You can send it to the WhatsApp number on the screen. That's 054 010 9009. Just so that you can send in your messages and we can read it out on the show. How about I take a look at the messages we're getting via Facebook? Let's see what we have coming in. I have a message here from the post we put on our Facebook page from Lovelyn Mensah. Says, I still don't see why some Ghanaians don't see that a clock never goes in a reverse way. Such is life. There's no way you'll ever return to our olden days. No matter what you do or no matter which political party comes to power, prices will still rise. CK the Legend says, may Allah help our motherland Ghana because our economy situation is undefined. Okay. And then Jonathan Oseichum says, people here will complain bitterly, but when it comes to the election year, you forget all of these sake of certain incentives that can't take care of you for 4 years, and then you vote for the same government and complain again. Sadiq says, who the cap fits, let them wear it. Michael Devin Sapo says, is that so? And the Loveland says, there we go. Nana Kwame doesn't think it's news. And Solicitor Richmond thinks he should get a metal shoe so he can go walking. Mohammed Atro says, that's serious, God save us. We have some messages coming in on WhatsApp, so I'm going to switch that way. I have Pazol from Techiman. His message is short and sweet, the way I like it. And he says, the government keeps on increasing petrol without increasing salaries. Poor Ghana. That one. This message says, in fact, this fuel increment is killing us. We're spending almost all our salaries on transportation. God save us. And it's from Richard Mensah in Kumasi. Isaac in Wale Wale says, oh God, oh Ghana, when can we be happy as Ghanaians? The poor suffer the most. And Thomas from Karachi believes that Ghana is the one country that needs a doctor to diagnose its illness. George Atanga Wa says, President must put his foot on the ground and intervene in the price hikes rather than signing deregulation. He's worried that might have the president exiting in 2016. And the last one says, please, we are tired of all this. And it's from Ima in Kumasi. Now, a night of hijinks went tragically wrong in the eastern region. On Wednesday night, a group of over 20 students, mostly teenagers, took an illicit walk on the canopy of Bonsu Arboretum after the forestry reserve had closed. The walkway collapsed, injuring most of the group and leaving one in critical condition. Sad state of affairs there. Let's take a look at what you've been saying on Facebook. Our very first comment is from Ajwa Danswa, and she's asking this question based on the fact that the Canopy Walk was recently opened and she's wondering if they didn't seek the right experts in construction. Amelia says there were too many on the canopy, and Angel is thanking God that they're not dead. Nashon thinks it's a lack of maintenance. Escala says it's poor management, but he thanks God for saving his wife and her students, even though 2 of the students are still at the hospital. We've got well wishes on that. And Mohammed Atro says it's irresponsible management. Apparently management didn't even know they were there. They had closed. Scandalous says he was there yesterday. He passed on it before 5 p.m. He says his sister and his friend had some injuries, and he has heard that 2 people have lost their lives. We haven't heard that yet. How Jack Lord says, Ghana and maintenance culture, we lack it too much. And Commodore is wondering how people could embark on that tour in the night. Let's see if we have any comments on WhatsApp. We do. Somebody thinks it's the Kakum National Park. That's Parkway in Cape Coast. Parkway, no, this is in the eastern region. It's the Bonsu Arboretum. And George Atanga in Wa says nothing is right in this country. Van Wenchi says, hey, Ghana, disaster upon disaster. And Elijah is blaming the president, although I don't know what the president has to do with this. And Castro from Pokukrom on the Sunyani Road says the president should set up a committee on that. Again, someone is asking about the president. All right, I have a comment here, but there's no name, so I don't know where it's coming from. Let me take just one last comment. And although it's well wishes for those who got hurt in the incident, there's no name, so I can't take that one. Now, there's been a lot of talk following the Supreme Court ruling in the U.S. legalizing same-sex marriages, and we'll be talking about that when we come back from the break. We're going straight to Facebook, where you've been talking a lot about Linda Barnett, who's a county clerk for Mississippi, and for the past 24 years she's been working there, issuing licenses to people who want to get married, but she resigned because she says she cannot issue licenses to gay couples due to her religion. Your comments on this are many. We have had 1,052 people sharing this particular post. A lot of you seem interested in what she had to say. Tahiru Ibrahim says she is indeed a brave woman. I like her spirit. Riscobel says, America, America, America. God, may you bless Mrs. Linda Barnett. Gerald Grubb says, if you don't like same-sex marriage, don't marry someone of the same sex. Anthony believes many people in America are not in support of gay marriage. Margaret is pronouncing blessings upon her. Ora is doing same. And Isahaku says, we've copied or accepted almost everything from the West. So he's wondering why we're saying no to this. He's comparing it to people who go to church in mini skirts and wear weaves. Kwame Chumesi says, be careful with your statements about God. Jonathan says, it's funny all of these blacks quoting scripture when this very religion stripped you of your culture and language. Benjamin believes that Linda is a true follower of Christ. And Yao also says, what she has done will be spoken of anytime and anywhere in the world when the history of America is read. Efosa is getting evangelical, and Mary says she loves this woman of integrity. Another evangelical post from Eric, and one more from Nanayao Sefa Bonsu. I'm taking a quick one from WhatsApp. It's from George. George is really watching tonight's show. He says, this is a true woman of God and may she be blessed. Well, seeing as we're talking about marriage, I might as well tell you that the 6th edition of the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair opened today in grand style at the Accra International Conference Center. This is what you will be missing if you don't head there in the next 3 days.
You tell all the boys no. Makes you feel good, yeah. I know you're out of my league, but that won't scare me away, oh.
It's my utmost pleasure to welcome you to the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair.
This is the place where you see variety, really, if you're planning on getting married or you simply just want to see what's available on the market. This is the place to be. I'll take you around to see what is on exhibition today. That you know what is on exhibition here at the Accra International Conference Center, why don't you make your way? It's 3 days of exhibition, remember. It's ending on Sunday, 5th of July, 2015. But on Saturday, the 4th of July, something interesting is happening here at the conference center. We've got the famous marriage seminar and then also the fashion show happening all here, 4th of July, Saturday, 2015. So come over to the Accra International Conference Center. It is variety. One word I'll use to describe the Bridal Fair 2015.
Now, marriage is supposed to be for better or for worse, till death do you part. Well, that's exactly the story of a couple in San Diego, USA. Jeanette and Alexander Toxo shared a love that most people will never know. They were both born in Stamford, Connecticut in 1919, and they began dating when they were 8 years old. Earlier this month, they died within 24 hours of each other, less than 2 weeks shy of their 75th wedding anniversary. Alexander died in his wife's arms on June 17. Here are their children talking about their parents' love and married life.
Love. They were boyfriend and girlfriend when they were 8 years old.
My dad carried around a picture of my mother in her Holy Communion outfit in his wallet.
Jeanette and Alexander Tochka's children say their parents lived a lifelong love affair.
Their hearts beat as one from as long as I can remember.
Married in 1940, they moved to San Diego in the early 70s. Mr. Tochka found another love.
He would be waiting in the chair in the living room with his putter. Okay, I'm ready.
He played every day at Balboa Golf Course until recently. Last month,
he must have fallen, broke his hip.
His health took a turn for the worse.
He was going fast.
His children remember something their parents always used to say.
They wanted to go in their own bed holding hands. In each other's arms.
So hospice brought a bed into their home and set it up right next to his beloved wife.
She kept asking us, what is today? What is today? And we said it's June, and she said it's June 29th. And June 29th is their 75th wedding anniversary.
The family went along with it, buying balloons and flowers to celebrate in bed.
And we said, happy anniversary. And my mother was thrilled to death because it was their anniversary. And she knew that he was going. and that they had made it to 75 years.
When the family left,
you could really see the change in his breathing.
About 30 minutes passed.
Even the hospice nurse said it was the most incredible thing to see the two of them taking those last breaths together.
About 24 hours later,
I knew she wasn't going to last too much longer.
He died in her arms, which is exactly what he wanted. And when I went in there and I told my mother that he was gone, she hugged him and she said, "See, this is what you wanted. You died in my arms, and I love you. I love you, and wait for me. I'll be there soon."
It was tough.
About 24 hours later,
they both entered the pearly gates holding hands.
Aww. Let's see what's trending whilst I wipe my tears.
Now, hashtag somewhere in Ghana is trending on Twitter. Let's see what people are saying. The first tweet is from Innocent Fun, and he tweets at the mad dude, hashtag somewhere in Ghana. Okay, so Innocent is citing an instance here in a classroom. So this is the teacher who says to the class, violence is never the answer. And then a boy sleeps in class, and this is what the teacher says to the boy, why are you sleeping in class? Touch your toes. Obviously going to be lashed for sleeping in class. Next one is from Calvin Clean, and he tweets at Abeku, hashtag somewhere in Ghana, someone is blaming Mahama for something random. I know, right? Hashtag somewhere in Ghana, these three gentlemen are being forced to sit together. Oh, really? And that's a tweet from Ni Amui Lincoln. Here's another from Sarah, and she tweets at Kiss Crips. Hashtag somewhere in Ghana, a brother is trying very hard to view the DP of a girl on WhatsApp, but his network won't allow him. Interesting. This is Penikio, and he tweets at iCleavage. Hashtag somewhere in Ghana, a lecturer is remarking exam papers to fit the normal distribution curve just so some people can fail. Oh. Final tweet I'm gonna take is from 99. Hashtag somewhere in Ghana, a Nima boy intentionally stops at A in a skipping game so that his friends will tease him with Adiza, obviously his crush. Right, so those were some of your tweets on hashtag somewhere in Ghana. This has been what's trending. Over to you, JJ.
Thank you, Lord. Well, my name is Jennifer Jane Asante, and I have...
I should rhyme. The rest of our programs.
Somewhere in Ghana. I'm sure you're doing something special. Enjoy the rest of our programs.